I'm gonna tell a story about how I became a bean head or a Xan head, Xanarchy, whatever you want to call it. So this was back in 2018. At the time, I had just recently turned 19. Um, I had a little apartment with a roommate. Funny enough, I didn't know, bro, at the time. I had just posted on Snapchat who trying to let me trap out their crib because I had gotten kicked out of my parents' crib, and he slid up on the story, and boom, the rest was history, and that's how I ended up in bro's crib. Don't fucking do that. That's a bad idea. Um, that didn't end well, but that's a story for another time. Um, anyway, so on this day, or this what ended up being the night, um, I was the plug back then. That's how this shit went. That's why I got kicked out for real. But I was the plug back then, um, and that's kind of how this happened because sometimes people couldn't pay for their shit, and they will offer me different stuff. And this day, it was my boys or my roommate. It was his boy. He offered me some Xans, and at this time, I had a lot of stress and anxiety being the plug and shit. Cause when you in a position like that, it's always somebody trying to get in your position. There's people trying to rob you, people trying to come after you. You gonna get into some serious shit, and if you been the plug, you know that's some real shit. You gonna get into some serious shit. So I was paranoid as fuck. I was mad stressed out all the time. I was real anxious. Um, So that was something that I was going through every day. That was something that I was really, really feeling. And yeah, so I remember my roommate, his boy had pulled up and he was like, "Hey, I don't really got that much bread right now, but I'm trying to trade you some Xans for some weed." And I was like, "I really don't mess with pills like that, bro." And the reason being, I think years before that, when I was like a kid or whatever, I had seen the documentary, and like some lady was like, Xanax is the devil. I did Xans, and I I drove my car, and I I think she had like killed somebody. She was like, I woke up the next day, I had no idea what happened. I was in jail, and Xanax ruined my life. Xanax is the devil. Da 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 da. So it was some shit like that, and after I was like, yeah, nah. And I told my mother, I saw it. I was like 12, I think, something like that. And I was like, yeah, I'm never doing that. That's terrible. Um, yeah, we know how that went. But anyway, um, so basically, he told me, he was like, look, you ever be feeling like anxious and paranoid or da 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 whatever? I was like, yeah, like all the time, every day, all day. And he was like, yeah, if you do this shit, that shit will be, look, he said that shit will be gone, just like that, instantly. It'll be gone. You gonna feel none of that. And I was like, for real? He was like, yeah, trust me, bro. Like, try this shit. You gonna feel good. He was like, sip a little beer with it too. It's gonna boost it. You gonna feel even better. And if you know about Xans, you know that shit's a terrible idea. That shit gonna fuck you up even worse if you drink with it. Uh, Fortunately enough for me, I got one of those naturally like high tolerances for like all drugs. Like I got one of those systems where it's like I handle drugs well, better than most people, fortunately. Because otherwise, I probably would have just knocked the fuck out. But anyway, on this night, my man Slacks was over. He was with his girl, and this other girl was there. I don't want to say her name, so for the purpose of the story, let's just say her name was Becca. And at the time, I was kind of feeling this girl, Becca. Um, I wanted to talk to her, but I've always been kind of the guy that's like, I don't never really push up on a girl like heavy. I always like, I always take my time with it. Like I always wait a while to like say anything to a female before I really like, like say anything. Like, I'll take a while. Like I'll take my time. Like I've never beasted a female, you know what I'm saying? Like I never go crazy with it and just get all up in people's faces and shit. So anyway, at the time, my man Slacks, him and his girl is like making out crazy, going crazy in the room. That's just how he used to do. And the girl Becca is like, oh, I need a hug. Like, I want a hug. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So I give her a hug. Um, I'm not sure that this is even relevant to the story, but anyway, I had taken this Xan from this dude, and yeah, I'm sipping a little bit of beer with it, and um, I'm not sure I even really realized what was happening to my body as I was like sipping and just chilling off this shit until a little bit later when I got up. And at the time, like I said, I was the plug, and one of my custies was on the way to pick up. And my man's Joe. He he was one of those guys that always came and got an eighth, none more, none less. Just always came and got an eighth. And he hit me. He called me. He was like, "Yo, I'm here." I'm like, "I bet I'm gonna come down in a minute." So I tell everybody, I'm like, "Yo, I'm gonna go downstairs. I gotta go. I gotta go serve bruh." And Becca's like, "I'm gonna come with you." And I'm like, "What? Like, why you gonna come with me? Like, I'm just going downstairs to serve bruh." Like, but in my head, I mean, I'm not saying this out loud, but I'm thinking this in my head, and I'm like, all right, I guess she must be feeling me because why else would she want to go? Like, why else would she want to go with me? Unless she's trying to like, push up on me. So anyway, I go and she follows me. So I close the door. I open the door to walk out the apartment, and then I close it. As soon as I close it, she grabs me up and just start making out with me. But by this point, I'm feeling the Xans. Like he said, all my stress and anxiety is gone. But also my balance is gone. I ain't got none of that shit. So like if you ever been like drunk to the point where your balance is like type fucked up and you stumbling, that's the type of shit that I'm on here. So like once I make it out the door and she grabbed me, I just fall. I got no balance. I got nothing, dog. I got not shit. So when she grabbed me, I fall straight back into the fucking door and I just bam. That's all you hear. Like it made a loud smack. So I was like, yo, I don't know what the fuck they think happened inside that bitch, cause I just smacked the motherfucking door. That shit made a loud sound. So anyway, yeah, that shit was crazy. So as soon as that happened, I'm like, damn, that's crazy. So then she let me go, and then immediately after that, I fall all the way down the fucking stairs. Like it's 2 flights of stairs. I fall all the way down them shits. But I'm having a good time. I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. And if again, you have been on Xans, man, like the emotional shit, you're not gonna feel that pain. And the same go for the physical. It ain't a painkiller, but it's gonna kill that shit too, bro. So I don't feel nothing. And my man's Joe, he at the bottom of the stairs. He like, yo, you fucking good? What the fuck? I just fall all the way down the stairs. I'm like, yeah, I'm chilling, bro. Served him, and boom. Went back up the stairs, and everybody was like, yo, what the fuck? We heard a loud noise when you went out the door and shit. You good? I was like, yeah, bro. I just felt like I'm good. And ever since that day, it was on. I was a beanhead after that, bro. I needed them after that. I had to have them. I had to get them, bro. And that's basically how I became a beanhead, bro. Real shit.